welcome back to RC Fun and Games. I'm Ryan, and today we're going to start our first episode on the upgrade series of the CR-18 Pro Evo Trail Hunter. This is the awesome one with the camo scheme from Absima, but yes, this is a Hobby Plus vehicle, just licensed under Absima. We are going to be installing these brass rims from Injora, and we are also going to be installing their awesome Swamp Crawl tires. These, I believe, are 64mm by 24mm. So let's get them open, let's check what they look like, get them assembled, and throw them on the truck. So let's start by opening up the rims and having a good look at them. Wow, once again, the rims from Injora are just amazing. I've got to say, they are really killing it on these. These look amazing. Check that out. So completely flush on the back, so it's going to be an offset rim. It's got a really nice deep dish. Let me get closer. As you can see now that I've brought you close, you can see the detail on these rims, and the finish off is amazing. I've got to say, I have not been let down by one set of rims from Injora this year. It's been amazing. They have really done an outstanding job on all the upgrades that I have bought over 2023. So I am looking forward to what they're going to be coming out with in 2024. So let's get that back in. Let's check a tire out. Okay, and having a look at the awesome Swamp Crawl tires from Injora. These are the 64 by 24 like I've mentioned. I have not been let down. They look really aggressive. They've got a nice stiff feel to them, but at the same time super soft and sticky. So I quite like these tires. That's why I'm running them again, and I thought they would look awesome on this Unimog. Okay, well, let's get them fitted to the rims so we can see what this combo looks like. Of course, inside the packet of rims, you also get all the hardware needed to assemble your rims. So let's get it all together. Okay, as you can all see, it came out really good. They've came out really nice. They all look symmetrical all the way around. Nothing is pulling or coming out. It's perfect. So take a bit of time, make sure you seat them down really good like I showed you, and just tighten down in a crisscross pattern to make sure uniformly all the way down, then tighten. Okay, once you've got your rim apart, take your ring and throw it into your tire. Okay, once you've done that, make sure it's nice and centralized. Once you're happy with the way it feels, give it a couple of runs on your table just to make sure it has seated where you want it to seat, because sometimes they can behave funny, and I find that this really helps to get them seated so you don't end up with tires that are wobbly when you're driving. So take your time with this process, make sure it's all really well seated down before you decide to throw your rim in. Okay, now that we've got to this stage, I grab the front side of my rim and I drop it in. Slowly just pull the rubber out of the way so it can drop in. Once you've got it to that stage and you see it's all looking really good, flip it around, grab the back side of your rim, find the right position before you insert it. Okay, that looks about right. And do the same process as the front, just start pulling the rubber out of the way until it seats down 100%. Don't over pull it and leave a lip out. If you do, just lift it a little. It should go back to place. So as you can see, it's looking really good at the moment. Front is looking really good. So I'm quite happy with that. Now, I am a little bit off my line I want to be, so we have to try and get that rim to slide a little. Okay, looking good now. If you notice in the packet, they provide two different size screws. There's a longer and a shorter one. If you have any trouble trying to join the two sides of the rim, use the longer screws in two of the holes. Once you have got it close enough, fit your short screws, and then you can proceed to take out the long screws and replace them with the short ones. So I'm going to have to do this on the table so I can push this down symmetrically. Okay, one is taken. Now across from the other hole where you inserted the first one is where you're going to put your second one. And again, I am going to put the rim flat on the table to get a good, nice flat seating. Now I tighten down a little bit, but I don't tighten all the way. I just make sure it's all sitting exactly how I want it. I'm quite happy with that. But before I continue, just give it a rub across the table again. Right, they're so sticky. Look how the screws just stick to your tires. Awesome tires, I've got to say. These tires have been excellent. Now, once you've done that a few times and you're quite happy with the way it's sitting, you can complete by putting the rest of your screws in, but don't tighten them, just put them in until the same distance that the others are in. And then, of course, you can proceed by tightening down uniformly. So let's just get these all in. Now that I've got them all at the same depth, I am going to start tightening down 2 turns, 2 turns, 2 turns, 2 turns, 2 turns, and so forth until I have got it completely seated down. Like that, I make sure it doesn't go crooked or skew. And now back to the first screw again and tighten down until tight. Okay, so far they've all turned out really good. Okay, and as you can all see, that didn't take long. If you take your patience and you do it nice and correctly, they end up nice and uniform. You end up with no wobbles when you're driving. So that's my way of putting them together. I hope that helps you assemble yours. Now let me finish off the others and we'll throw them straight onto the truck. Okay, and just to remind you, if you're using these same tires, if you notice, they have got a direction. These point forward. So I've assembled these two to go on this side of the truck. So make sure when you assemble the next set of rims, the tires are facing the other way, so they're going forward, or else you'll have 2 tires facing backwards, 2 tires facing forward. I'm just going to put the tires facing that way instead of going that way, and I put my rims in. When you go to the other side, they will be facing the right way, okay? So just take that in mind before you assemble all your rims. Okay, now that I've got them all full built, let's get them straight on the truck. Okay, now that I'm finally done installing all the rims and tires, I've got to say I am really impressed with the look of these rims and tires on this truck. It looks awesome. Now, the best thing I can do is take it out so we can go and see what kind of performance gains we got out of fitting the brass rims and these bigger tires, because I think it's going to outperform the way it was. These tires here were lacking on grip, and just, I don't know, just the overall stance did not look like this. So let's get it out, let's go and give it a good test around that backyard course and see the overall gains. Now, before I do that, I just want to say thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one.